Hey guys, I'm doing good today, and we're gonna be talking about something quite different to what I normally do. I don't really tend to do this, but I've gotten to a point where this needs to kind of be mentioned to you guys. So at the moment, I'm on Game Press Dragon Ball Legends Top Fighter tier list, and I just want to make sure you guys understand how the current meta has been going for quite a while now. So if we go to E tier right now, as you can see, it's literally just Zenkai units. Zenkai units just dominate this game, especially these few. You got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who still is just ridiculous. The Sparking Android 18, who is on par with ridiculousness with that Gohan. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Gogeta, and Super Saiyan Bardock, who are also pretty big members in most teams for heavy meta. Like, you'll always see in high ranked PvP, you'll see some form of these units being used on a team, and honestly it's getting to the point where it just doesn't make sense. Why are Zenkai units the best units in the game when it was quite obvious that when Legendary Finished units first came to the game, they were meant to be this game's top units? Like, you want to summon for them and you want to get them, but now it's gone to a point where if a Legendary Finish unit comes out, you're more prioritized to want to summon on the Zenkai Super Gogeta banner or the Zenkai Super Saiyan Bardock banner, because them two just came back, and I'd rather summon on them two there than rather risking not getting the Legendary Finish that's just come out, because I know I could get better characters to use in this meta and characters that are classified as Z tier in this list. So it's pretty ridiculous. If you look at S tier as well, the first few of S tier, look, you see 5 Zenkai units. You see Perfect Form Cell, the Revival Cell. You got Toppo, you got the Transforming Goku Black, you got the Transforming Demon King Piccolo, and you got Hit as the only non-Zenkai units in the S tier. And if you look at S tier, you could tell there's some really good units on there, so it makes sense that they're the non-Zenkai units that are on there, because I have no qualms with them being there because they're all great. But if you look at them, none of them are Legendary Finish units. Like, still once again just not in the top ranks whatsoever. Only the Zenkai Legendary Finish units like the Transforming Piccolo, the Transforming Goku, and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku are on here, and they've all been given Zenkai. So I don't know how Dragon Ball Legends have sort of made up their mind to make it so that the only way to like compete is to have these really good units who, fair enough, you do get a lot of, but you have to have Zenkai. Just Z tier and S tier are just riddled with Zenkai units. It's just ridiculous. Like, now we're moving to tier 1. You can see there's a few Legendary Finish units here that aren't Zenkais at all. I think the only ones in here are Kid Buu, there's UI Sign Goku, you got Super Saiyan Gohan, Full Power Broly, VB and GB, and that's it for tier 1. So these aren't any units that have been released quite recently. I mean, Buu being the closest to like when this has been updated is quite a while back. Like, that's a month and a half back, maybe 2 months back, and it just goes to show that where's LF Rose and where's LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because they're just not in here whatsoever. They can't compete with some of these LFs that are on this list for tier 1, and it just goes to show that lately the level for Legendary Finish units have just kind of been diminishing in terms of just their overall rank in the game. Like, if you look at Kid Buu, he was the most recent. He is good, but like, compare him to another blue unit, let's say Super Saiyan Blue Goku, his Zenkai, I 100% want to use him every single match rather than the Kid Buu, because he is just much better, much more viable on God Key and whatnot, and overall just a better unit in general, which just goes to show that LFs just need a lot of help. And I don't know what Dragon Ball Legends is thinking of, like, make it so that the 2 newest LFs get put into tier 2 straight away. Like, look, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, tier 2. The Rose Goku Black, tier 2. The Super Saiyan Blue Revival Goku, who came out the banner before the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, tier 2, which I guess isn't the worst because that's kind of expected of some of the new just regular units. But for 2 of the newest LFs to be tier 2 straight away is not a good sign for Dragon Ball Legends, because it's just showing how they just cannot compete against the top tier teams with all these Zenkais, all these units that aren't LFs that are just better than them. Like Hit, you would say, is much better than Rose Goku Black. Like, I'd want to use Hit all the time. Sadly, I don't have Hit, but you know what I mean. If you did pull Hit, you'd want to use him more than Goku Black. For Super Saiyan 4 Goku, fair enough, for GT, it does help them because they needed a new unit, they needed an LF, they needed a new yellow unit, and it does help. But still, in the long run, GT is nowhere near being fixed. And if you're trying to use him on more viable teams like Saiyan or some family, for Saiyans, I'd rather use the Angel Vegeta. He just seems more usable, supporting and everything. I guess with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku having his cover abilities, it helps. But if you guys saw Goresh's 14-star showcase of this Goku, it was not impressive whatsoever. I cannot see him being anywhere good as much as he needs to be able to compete in high rank PvP and just compete in the top tier that matter, because Z tier and S tier are way better than what this Goku is, and it just goes to show that he is not where he should be whatsoever. And I don't know what's going on with this. Like, even for some family, which is a pretty good team, I'd rather use the transforming Goten, which just goes to show that it's just ridiculous what's happening with Legends. The fact that Zenkai Awakenings are the more prioritized units to want. It should have always been Legend finish on the top, then it's like these units that come out, like the Hit and everything that come out, then there's Zenkais who bring them back to the game so they can be used again. It should have never been that Zenkais are the best, they absolutely destroy, they're in the top teams, they're in Z tier, only just Z tier is only a Zenkai unit. It's like Z for Zenkai at this point, like my days. S tier, majority of it is Zenkai, with the exception of the really good normal units, and even then no LFs other than the Zenkai. But it's just ridiculous what they're doing, and honestly, if they keep on going in this direction, it's just gonna be, what's the point for summoning for banners? Like, for the 3rd year anniversary that's coming out in like a month or so, it's like, will you really want to summon for these really hype units if they're gonna be like tier 1, or let's say they are S tier? Even then, you not really see the point of like winning them over Zenkai Gohan or Zenkai 18, because those 2 units right there, they dominate the game so much that you just can't really do anything about it. So hopefully they start changing it up a bit so that the new LFs coming to the game are the top tier units you want, because otherwise you just won't want to summon for banners with new LFs on them, and you'd rather just Zenkai units. So yeah, that's my thought on what Legends is doing with everything at the moment, overall how I feel about the Zenkais and everything, because it does need to change, and hopefully they will get an idea of what's happening, because I think Goresh did a video on this and his video was actually pretty cool, so make sure to check it out, because he spoke in depth about how ridiculous this is and it needs to change. But yeah, I thought I'd just give my opinion, see what you guys think. Hopefully in the comments below you'll give me some useful feedback, because a lot of you tend to feedback and I am grateful for that, so keep it going. I'll always try to respond to all of you. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, and if you want to see more in the future, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.